You doing okay? You look tired. It's been a rough decade. It'll be 2040 in a few months.
You know what decade was great? Right.
The 20s.
That's right.
The 20s.
The 2020s.
The naive 20s.
The golden era.
Back when this country was great. Remember YouTube? Do you remember Spotify? Remember when everyone had a
Cracked iPhone in their pockets.
and it would always make that sound? I'll bet you felt your leg vibrate just hearing that sound, am I right? Remember back before everyone had tinnitus? Everyone always had those ear things. These things, we all knew they were damaging our hearing, but we couldn't stop listening. Can't even get products that go this loud anymore. Oh, and escape rooms! Do you remember escape? What were escape rooms? Oh, remember going to an escape room? Do you remember, what's his name? The, Pete Davidson and Ukraine. And Chris Pratt. Oh, it felt like yesterday. What happened to those guys? Remember that standoff with a meth head ultranationalist in Michigan? That got messy. That got messy. It was just a simpler time, you know? People started to go missing a lot after Epstein, didn't they? Remember art class in school? Like, you'd go and they'd give you, like, some paint brushes or an instrument, and you'd play it for a while, and that would be, like, your class. Remember Bluetooth? Oh, but you haven't thought about Bluetooth in a while. Every time you got in your car, the same song would play every single time. It was mostly good, but, like, it didn't always work, and when it didn't work, you were like, why isn't it connecting right? Remember the Amish church schism? Like, it split in half. What was that about? That was women or something? Why did they split? I don't know the Amish. Remember the power outages? It was 26, right? Was that 26? Because I remember it being because it was the midterms, remember? Turns out power outages will make some undecided voters make some decisions. I mean, I wasn't there, of course, because I was born, like, yesterday, but, you know, it was nice for you to remember, right? And TikTok. Oh, remember TikTok? Remember the first time you put on VR goggles and they were terrible, but you didn't know how cheap a hamburger was and gas. Why did everyone just overnight everyone decided they wanted the same eyebrows? And how you could take showers for as long as you wanted? Oh, remember Tinder? Remember you could just lie on Tinder? Remember Prapper? In retrospect, Prapper was a bad idea, but you know, what are you gonna do? But do you remember it? I remember Prapper. Remember how you'd fall asleep in the car and then you'd wake up and you'd be nice and warm in your bed? Ah, that was great. I think the biggest thing to remember is that feeling of looking forward to something, you know? When some new episode was coming out or some new show was about to release, you know, an Avatar sequel or something coming out next year, and you had a battle pass. You know, people disagree when the 20s ended. It could have been the election, it could have been when the war started. I think it ended when your parents got divorced.